Great. Good afternoon, dear students, dear colleagues, and our guest speaker, Mr. Peter Rigolas. He's live from the UK and he's an MBA, Lincoln International Business School, UK, and he has graduated from Strathclyde Business School in BBA in Hospitality Management. Mr. Peter Rigolas, a hospitality scholar having in-depth knowledge about food and beverage service. So, Mr. Peter, over to you. And today we'll learn how to become a how to become a food and beverage manager from Mr. Peter Rigolas. Sir, over to you. Please guide us how to become a food and beverage manager in a five-star hotel or any particular organization.
Yes. Hello, guys. Thank you to Janta and the Sister Nevada University. Feel free to call me Peter. I've worked in food and beverage in 3 countries. That's England, Scotland, and Wales. So how to become a food and beverage manager? Right. For some reason, it's a great question. Really, it all revolves around what I call the interpersonal asset. You've got to have a lot of empathy with the customers. So when you're a food and beverage manager, you're responsible for hiring, training, and managing all the food and beverage staff and keeping the team motivated. So the idea is to ensure maximum profitability. Firstly, I think the best way forward is to decide on a sector that you would like to work in. What kind of establishment would you like to work in? Could it be a 5-star hotel? Could it be a wine business? Could it be a large events business or a bar or fine dining? So the idea now is that you make a plan. You're on a discovery and you're trying to look at your career. So you don't want to get stuck in a rut. This will leave you very bitter and demotivated. And the purpose of your hard work and effort will not help you in your future career. So you might want to actually study to become a leader. You might want to get some hospitality management experience, and you must have a natural knack for customer service and be a genuine people person. Really, hospitality is about interacting with people, be they the guests, the team managers, the suppliers, the bosses. So you need great interpersonal skills. And so you've got to be able to read people's emotions and gauge their reactions to anticipate what they want in the way of getting a positive experience. So you need to be a very good written communications, and they need to be very well laid out in terms of menus or flyers or any other information posters that you might have in the food and beverage area. So food and beverage managers plan and organize the services for the business. So you need to meet the customer's expectations and ensuring food and hygiene standards are met. You'll also need to recruit, manage staff, plan menus, and work to budgets and financial targets. So usually you have to work your way up to this role with a certain number of years experience in what I call a customer orientated approach. So as I said before, the food and beverage provision, supervising the waiting staff, planning the menus with the chefs, recruiting and training staff, motivating the catering team, and maximizing sales and profit financial expectations. So you've got to run things at a profit. So really, the components for this are what I call the guest and the guest satisfaction, your colleagues and how to get their satisfaction and their contribution, the business side and the brand. All of those things are very, very important. You could get an extra salary if you're with a big chain. They would supply you with a company car, a pension scheme, health insurance, and the rest. So there are some rather good, attractive situations that you might be able to get into. Basically, it's a very physically demanding and pressured job, and so good service can be challenging. But you could come at it with quite a range of degrees. You could have a business and management degree. That is okay. You might have done culinary arts or culinary management, even food science, to look at the technology in the hospitality area. You could have done a bachelor's like me in hospitality management, or they do offer them in hotel and catering management. The key thing is to have the practical skills and blend them with the theory. So you'll need to have a well-organized approach to work, be flexible, and have the ability to solve problems, and be customer-facing, and experience what I call service delivery. So you're trying to avoid what I call service failure. So everybody seems satisfied. Okay, right. So I've given you some tips. How about you guys? Do you want to run any questions past me? Please feel free.
So dear students, if you have any questions, definitely you can ask to Mr. Peter. He'll be happy to answer your questions. So before asking, you have to unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, hello. Please call me Peter. And it's a people's business, and we don't have big titles here in the UK. Hi, Nadita.
Good afternoon, Peter. I just want to ask one question. Like the wines and spirits has a very important role in food and beverage service, right? So the pandemic, how does it affect the winery industries and the pandemic situation? How does it affect this industry?
Well, I think a lot of the teams have been closed up for some time. We opened up last Monday, so we've only been open 4 days. I think people are expecting to get the customers are expecting to get what I call a memorable experience now. They have been cooped up for a year, and so they're expecting that they will have a very high service delivery. So actually the hotels have to deliver this in terms of getting the customers to come back or to repeat the business. The occupancy here is very, very low. And unfortunately, what a lot of the hotel companies have done is that they have made staff redundant, and staff have also been dismissed. So they've created themselves a big problem, because the UK used to be part of the European Union. So we had a lot of European workers here, but in the pandemic, they have all returned home. And so now we've got what we call a human resources shortage. They can't find anybody to fill the roles. So it's quite a heady mix here. Luckily, the hotels are only running at 10% of their capacity. But as things go on, there's a lot more recruitment that needs to be done. That is for sure. So maybe there might be some opportunities. for you guys to come to the UK, because they are looking for people that are fluent in English.
Great. So, as per your opinion, the hotel industry will bounce back. The hospitality industry will bounce back very soon, as soon as
not very soon. No, I think it won't be bounced back till 2022. I think it's going to be a slow climb back. That's for sure.
Okay. Great. So, Nandita, is it okay with you? I hope this answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, that's fine. Please, any more questions? Now is your chance.
So, dear students, if you have any questions, our topic is how to become an F&B manager, food and beverage manager. So, food and beverage department is a huge department, and it plays a vital role in the F&B department or in the hospitality industry. So, maximum profits are being generated in this particular department. So, if you have any questions, or if you have the passion to work in the food and beverage service department, you can ask to Mr. Peter. He'll be happy to answer you. So let me tell you, Peter, we are organizing several international seminars and webinars, especially webinars. Nowadays, it's called webinars, and we are actually conducting 4 webinars, and it will continue. How to become an executive chef, how to become a front office manager, how to become a housekeeping manager, how to become a F&B service manager, so that the students can get an idea, an overview, and also an holistic approach about the hospitality industry, and they can start their journey after the completion of their course. This was our main objective. And apart from this Zoom webinar, we are doing it live for the students, for the aspirant or the budding hospitality professionals, those who are interested to join in the industry.
Excellent. I think the only big tip I have is to think global.
Exactly.
Try and get connected with an international chain, be it Taj Hotels in India or one of the Asian hotels. Could really be quite an interesting international experience. There are a lot of recruiters in Canada now urgently looking for people to join the hospitality organizations there. So do think worldwide. Shangri-La Hotels is a particular type of hotel I like. Do approach them and do say that you have studied things like hotel strategy or business strategy, because they are very, very keen for people that can move the strategy forward, because profitability is the name of the game. And so actually, I just hope that the industry now will pay the staff a reasonable salary, because salary is also very important.
Exactly. Okay, dear students, do you have any questions? Then we'll wrap up. So what we have done, Mr. Peter, we have done a couple of tie-ups. We have done a tie-up with American Hospitality Academy in the USA. We have done a tie-up with the Lincoln University, so that the students, those who are studying bachelor degree here, they can go to the UK for 1 year study. And
at Lincoln University?
Yes, sir. We have done a tie-up with the Lincoln University. And the students, yes. So after completion of the 3 years bachelor degree course, they can go there for 1 year. And you have heard that Mr. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, he has made a new rule. So if the students stay there for 1 year, they can increase their visa for 3 years. So altogether, they can stay in the UK for 4 years. So these rules have been made, and the students, those who are interested to go to the UK, they can go for 1 year study, and then they can stay there for 3 years, and they can do the part-time work as well.
Excellent, excellent. I think it is an opportunity. I don't know what the situation is in India. We are hearing that there is a little bit of a crisis there with the COVID. I wish you all well. And
Yes.
thank you so much for attending. Jayanto,
Peter,
Yeah.
yes,
if you don't mind, may I ask one more question?
yeah, of course. Just may I quickly finish? Jayanto, could you make the PowerPoint slides available on request to the students?
Sure, 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 sir.
Yes.
I'll deliver to them.
Yes, with my compliments, please.
Thank you, thank you. Sure.
So,
Yes,
Peter, I just want to ask you that we can't increase the profit right now during this pandemic situation, right? So we can reduce the loss instead. So how to shape our menu to reduce the loss during pandemic situation?
I think you've got to actually reduce the menu offerings. A couple of things are happening now, unfortunately, and that is that actually the chefs are beginning to wake up to the fact that they also need to go out into the restaurant to offer some tangible hospitality to the diners. So I think the food offerings need to be very slimmed down to probably about 3 or 4 table d'hôtes, and to cut down these very long a la carte menus. So actually there's a whole subject called menu planning or menu analysis, and there's quite a few well-written textbooks on this. The menu is very king for the food and beverage offering. So do try and do some extra study in this area of menu analysis, menu planning. It's very, very important. And a lot of people come to the industry and they don't understand, but the menu also for the restaurant manager or the food manager is the key selling item. So the menu has to look particularly ingratiating to attract customers to purchase the items. Does that answer your question?
Nandita,
Sorry,
you have to unmute yourself.
Okay, sorry. I just want to ask that do we need to reduce the number of items that were there in the menu, or do we need to do a TDH table d'hôte menu during this pandemic situation that would help?
As I said earlier, I think we need to get a menu reduction of the selection so that we can deliver a memorable experience to the customers, with the chefs coming out into the restaurant to say hello, and breaking down these barriers, because we desperately need to get customers in, and they're not going to come in unless they have what they call a food service experience.
All right, sir. All right. I think that answers my question.
Okay, well, look, greetings from the UK. I hope that if any of you do get to Lincoln University, do touch base with me there, because I am an alumni of that university. And so you can connect with me there through the alumni platform at Lincoln University. I hope some of you do take up the offer. It's a very nice campus and a very nice city in the UK. And thank you so much, Jayanta, for the invitation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Goodbye, dear students. Thank you very much. Thank you.